Hi folks, I just wanted to record a quick tutorial on the doing paleoanthropology collaboratively. Sorry, it's early in the morning, hence why I don't have my camera on. Um, so you have two assignments there that, well, it's really one assignment, but there are two different parts to it. So let's go ahead and open this up and give it a look. So when you go into this assignment, into not the final submission, but just the assignment itself, this is where you're going to be having a conversation about um, the scan that you have here. And so the framing for this assignment is basically you and the team, your class team you've been hired to analyze this new site that's been discovered. And before you get out there to do the research, you need to gather as much information as you can, because part of just any kind of scientific research design is figuring out what you already know so that you can make some inferences and figure out what questions you need to ask to actually do the science. Science is about answering questions. So I've got this photogrammetric scan for you to look at of footprints. And that's all I'm going to tell you about them. And so looking at the footprints, what you're going to do is work together to answer these four questions. So the first question is, when you looking at these scans, what are the facts? What can we know about the scans? So don't make any inferences here. Just what are some of the things that we can know about the scans just through empirical observation? From those facts, what inferences can we make? So we put these facts together and we draw some initial conclusions about them. And then the next thing is, what are the questions you need to ask? What further information do you need in order to draw additional conclusions? So looking at the facts that you have and the inferences that you made, what more do you need to say something else? And then finally, the fourth question is just work to generate some hypotheses about the site. Hypotheses are, remember, these are testable assertions, testable statements about some aspect of the natural world, in this case, these footprints. So what you're going to do is have conversations in this. So there's, I think I have 1 point assigned to it, and you are just going to have a conversation. You're just going to get credit for talking about this, and you're going to work with your team to put together a good, basically, plan. What are the facts? What can we infer? What further information do you need? And then finally, what are your hypotheses? Once you have a conversation about it, only one person on your team will compile all of that together and then submit it here. And then everybody on the team gets credit for the assignment. So if you're not part of the conversation, you're not going to get credit for the discussion portion, the one we just looked at. And if you are not participating in that, you will also not get credit for this part of it. So if you have a 0 or incomplete on the discussion portion of this assignment, you will also get an incomplete on this portion of the assignment. So only the people that are participating on your team will actually get credit for it. But you'll just compile everything together. You can use bullet points, and these are the facts, and then list some bullet points. For question 2, these are our inferences, and list them with some bullet points. 3, these are further things we need to know. These are questions that we have about the site. And then 4, generate some hypotheses. And if you need to know what those concepts mean, refer back to the Gregory article from this week. Otherwise, when you're working on the scans, you're simply working off the scans. There's no additional reading that you need to do. You don't need to go out and do any additional research. Just you've got these scans. You're going to answer all 4 of these questions based on what you observe about those scans. And one final thing is, if you click right here where it says photogrammetric scans, you can actually download the scan so that you can zoom in closer on it. So you can actually zoom in and look at them much closer. If you actually download them, it'll even better. You can zoom in and it'll be high quality. So you can look at each scan. All right, that's it for this. Looking forward to seeing what you put together.